Hello, everyone. I am Janet Miles. I am the life skills teacher here at Pleasant Grove Junior High. If you have a student who is a peer tutor in my class, there is another video that I made for you guys. Please make sure you watch that one instead. This video is for my life skills students. I just wanted to take some time to talk about what we've been doing in our different periods. As always, we continue to work on your students' IEP goals. I enjoy the time that I get to talk to you guys individually when it's IEP time or whenever you guys call me. You are always welcome to call me or email me for a time to come talk to me and come see your students' work. If you're just ever curious about what they're working on, or if you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call or email me. I just wanted to give you guys a rundown of our different topics we've been talking about um, in our different class periods. So, first of all, is reading. Um, the last comprehension unit that we had starting back in January was all about sequencing, being able to take a text that they have read and be able to sequence the events in order. Right now, we just started a brand new unit about making inferences, being able to answer questions that are find answers that are not directly stated in a picture or text. The tools that I use for reading, my main tool is for individual reading levels is Reading Naturally. We use that program in my class for reading fluency and reading comprehension. I also use Lexia. For those of you who are familiar with Lexia, that is a computer driven program that the district uses. I use that quite often as well. For my readers that are still learning basic sight words and phonics, I have another program that I use with them that's called Early Literacy Skill Builder. I tend to use that one more than I would Reading Naturally for those readers because Reading Naturally is built upon the assumption that they're already reading basic sentences. So I use that for my readers who are on that level. We do RAS kids in my class as extra filler reading assignments, and then just extra fluency practice passages that we work on every once in a while. In math, last month we started this semester with multiplication and division. Not necessarily memorizing facts, but having tools that you could use to help you figure out a multiplication or division fact, mainly drawing a picture of it with groups or circles and dots inside the circles and help them count out how many dots they had in all. So, with some of my students, we did that tactic where we drew a picture of it. Some students did memorize a few multiplication facts and division facts. We also used our multiplication division skills in story problems and had them um, solve multiplication and division story problems and to figure out the difference between the two. This month, we are working on fractions. We just barely started that unit. Um, some students are working on basic fraction knowledge. Other students are ready to be able to add and subtract fractions, and some students are ready to understand the difference between mixed numbers and improper fractions. So we have a wide difference in my class for math. Next month, we are going to be working on geometry, so that unit will be coming up in March. In writing class, last month we were working on informational reports. I had my students pick a topic that they wanted to research. They found some information on the internet and they wrote some information about that topic. This month we're going to be starting on narrative writing, and I'm going to start them with personal narratives. So I'm going to have them come up with a story that they've experienced in their own life and be able to write about it. We do continue to work on IEP goals in this class as well. We also work on some grammar. depending on what class period they are in. One class period is working on turning verbs into past tense. And then I have another class that's working on prepositions and negatives and turning sentences into questions. We do journal writing in that class period as well. And so I give them different topics that they can write a few sentences about. That topic changes every day. And we also do a read aloud in that class period. Last month we had the one and only Ivan. And last semester we did the one and only Ivan. We took the entire semester to read that together. And then along the way, I have them answer questions, do journal prompts based off what they read. I'm the one who usually does the reading, and they just listen or follow along. This semester, we're doing wholes, and they've enjoyed it so far. It's been a fun read along. In our B4 class, which is our social skills / science / life skills class period, I've started doing more science this semester in order to get ready for the DLM, because that is something they get tested on is science knowledge. Last month we did how seasons change. We did how to read weather maps and predict the weather from a weather map. And we did slow and fast changes to the Earth's surface. What would cause a slow change and what would cause a fast change. This month, we are talking about animals, habitats, adaptations that would make it so that they can live in their habitats, as well as factors that would influence their growth or non-growth. We are going to the Butterfly Museum on the 23rd to go along with this unit, so it should be a good time. We are also doing some life skills activities in that class period. They are working on reading money prices on menus and using that on a calculator to add and subtract or multiply or divide on the calculator to find the answers to different questions with that money. So that's something we're working on as well. I continue to work on their individual IEP goals. If you ever have a question on progress, please contact me. We do try to write in their planners every day. So be checking their planners about what they're doing every day in class and how their behavior is doing. So we mark their behavior, and we also mark what was done in class that day. I have the peer tutors help a lot with that. And so sometimes the peer tutors aren't as thorough as I would like them to be when they write down information. So I apologize for that. If you ever have a question, just let me know what was done in class that day if ever it's not being detailed enough for you. That's all for today. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.